first day behind the wheel of a Ferrari as one of the greatest experiences of his life. Let's face it, how could anyone argue otherwise? Watching a seven-time world champion take his first laps in the scarlet livery of Ferrari is not just a historic moment, it's a seismic shift in the Formula One universe. The kind of moment that stops time, sparks endless debates, and has fans across the globe glued to their screens. But hold up, this isn't just about the goosebumps-inducing visuals or the symbolic weight of Hamilton in red. No, no, no. This is the opening act to what could become one of the most electrifying chapters in the sport's history. The big question on everyone's mind: how did Hamilton feel behind the wheel of the SF23? How did the car perform on that storied Fiorano track? And what does this all mean for Ferrari's ambitious Project 677, the not-so-secret weapon they're banking on to reclaim their throne in 2025? Stick around, folks, because we're about to break it all down. The raw emotions, the strategic master plans, and every juicy detail in between. Oh, and before we dive in, do yourself a favor. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. You're going to want front row seats for this roller coaster ride because, trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Picture this, a foggy morning at Fiorano, the kind of weather that makes everything feel a little more dramatic. At precisely 9:16 a.m., the garage doors creak open, and out rolls the SF23, sporting Hamilton's iconic number 44. The crowd erupts. Hundreds of die-hard Ferrari fans brave the damp, chilly weather just to catch a glimpse of this once-in-a-lifetime moment. It's like the ultimate collision of worlds. Hamilton, a modern legend, stepping into the timeless crimson empire of Ferrari. The energy? Absolutely electric. Goosebumps? Off the charts. Hamilton's first lap was all about getting a feel for the car. A cautious installation lap on wet tires, just making sure the SF23 wasn't about to betray him by veering off into the barriers. No heroics, just careful, calculated driving to build trust with his new machine. Meanwhile, Ferrari's top brass, Fred Vasseur, Piero Ferrari, and a sea of engineers watched intently from the garage. Even Hamilton's family was there, soaking in the moment as if history was being written in real time. And honestly, it was. After his initial lap, Hamilton wasted no time. He dove straight into a debrief with race engineer Riccardo Adami, dissecting every detail like a scientist analyzing a breakthrough experiment. And then he was back out, the weather slightly improving, this time on slick tires. With each lap, Hamilton pushed the car harder, controlled fuel burns, high-speed runs, precise maneuvers. By the time the morning session wrapped up, he'd logged 30 laps and covered 89 kilometers. Every lap seemed to say, "Yeah, I'm still the GOAT." When the session ended, Hamilton was all smiles, grinning like a kid who just unwrapped the best Christmas present ever. Reflecting on the experience, he dropped some serious emotional bombs. The moment I fired up the car and left the garage, I couldn't stop smiling. It felt like the first time I drove a Formula One car. Pure adrenaline, pure joy. Driving a Ferrari is on another level. It's an experience I'll carry with me forever. And let's not forget the passion he raved about. Ferrari isn't just a team, it's a religion. The energy, the devotion, the love, it's infectious. This week in Maranello, I felt nothing but support, and it's made this transition monumental. For Ferrari, this isn't just about putting a star driver in their car, it's about aiming for nothing less than the top. With Hamilton at the helm and an audacious vision for 2025, the Scuderia isn't just hoping to win, they're demanding it. The debut wasn't just a test, it was a statement of intent. Red Bull? Mercedes? Consider yourselves officially put on notice. But let's not overlook the big elephant in the room, Ferrari's ultra-ambitious Project 677. This isn't just a car, it's a declaration of war against the grid's current powerhouses. We're talking cutting-edge aerodynamics, a revamped power unit, and bleeding-edge tech designed to leave competitors gasping in the dust. And guess what? Hamilton's input is going to be absolutely pivotal. This isn't just about driving fast, it's about building a machine capable of annihilating the competition. Hamilton's years at Mercedes weren't just about winning, they were about creating some of the most dominant cars the sport has ever seen. Ferrari knows they're not just getting a driver, they're getting a damn architect. And let's not forget Charles Leclerc. The golden boy of Maranello now finds himself sharing the spotlight and the garage with one of the sport's all-time greats. The dynamic between Hamilton and Leclerc is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing storylines of the season. On paper, this could be a dream team, Hamilton's experience and Leclerc's raw talent pushing Ferrari to unprecedented heights. But in reality, two alphas, both hungry for glory, could either propel Ferrari to the top or tear the team apart. It's a delicate balancing act, and Ferrari's management will need to play their cards just right. And just when you thought it couldn't get juicier, the drama thickens. Let's talk about the ripple effects of Hamilton's arrival in Maranello and what this means for the rest of the paddock. Because, believe me, when a seven-time champion decides to switch allegiances to Ferrari, the beating heart of Formula One, it's not just a headline, it's an earthquake. Every team, every driver, and every fan is now watching this partnership with bated breath. Why? Because this isn't just about Ferrari reclaiming glory, it's about rewriting the power dynamics of Formula One. Let's get one thing straight, Hamilton isn't here for a quiet farewell tour. This man is here to win, and he's bringing a laser-focused intensity to every aspect of the operation. His partnership with Ferrari is already causing waves beyond the scarlet walls of Maranello. Teams like Red Bull and Mercedes are scrambling to analyze every test lap, every debrief, and every hint of Ferrari's plans for the 2025 season. Red Bull, basking in their recent dominance, suddenly has a reason to worry. Mercedes? They're probably wondering if letting go of Hamilton was the beginning of their own unraveling. And then there's Project 677. Every whisper about this car adds another layer of intrigue. Ferrari's engineers are said to be working around the clock, crafting a machine that doesn't just aim to compete but aims to obliterate. The rumored advancements are jaw-dropping, ultra-precise cornering dynamics, a power unit that's lighter and more reliable, and aerodynamics that could set new benchmarks. But here's the kicker. This car is being built with Hamilton's style in mind. Every input, every suggestion, every tweak is shaping this beast into the perfect weapon for a driver of Hamilton's caliber. But Ferrari isn't just focused on the car, they're overhauling the entire ecosystem. The team dynamics, the strategies, even the culture of Maranello is undergoing a transformation. And Hamilton's presence is the catalyst. He's a man who thrives on perfection, and his relentless drive is pushing everyone to step up their game. Engineers are said to be inspired by his insights, mechanics are working overtime, and the team is buzzing with an energy not seen in years. This isn't just a new chapter for Ferrari, it's a renaissance. However, let's not sugarcoat it, the road ahead is fraught with challenges. For one, there's the delicate balancing act of managing two superstars in one team. Leclerc, who has carried the hopes of Ferrari on his shoulders, now finds himself in a unique position. Sharing the garage with Hamilton isn't just a professional challenge, it's a psychological one. Can Leclerc rise to the occasion and thrive alongside a legend, or will the internal competition fracture the team? And then there's the external pressure. Ferrari fans aren't just passionate, they're fanatical. The Tifosi expect nothing short of miracles, and the addition of Hamilton has only amplified those expectations. Every race, every strategy call, every minor setback will be scrutinized like never before. The stakes? Absolutely sky high. But let's not forget the looming shadow of 2026. The new regulations promise to shake up the sport, and Ferrari is already looking ahead. While they're putting all their chips on the table for 2025, they know that the long game is just as critical. Hamilton's input won't just shape the present, it'll lay the groundwork for the future. The question is, can Ferrari juggle their immediate ambitions with the need to prepare for the seismic shifts to come? And then there's Hamilton himself. At 40, he's not just defying the odds, he's redefining them. His physical fitness, his mental sharpness, and his hunger for success are unparalleled. He's not here to rest on his laurels. He's here to cement his legacy, and Ferrari is giving him the platform to do it. But as much as Hamilton is shaping Ferrari, Ferrari is shaping Hamilton. This partnership is a two-way street, and the chemistry between man and machine will be the key to their success. So, what's the verdict? Are we on the brink of witnessing Ferrari's grand resurgence, or is this the beginning of another heartbreaking saga? One thing's for sure, the 2025 season is going to be a wild ride. Every lap, every overtake, every podium finish will carry the weight of history. And we, as fans, are lucky to witness it all unfold. The road to glory is never easy, and for Ferrari and Hamilton, it's paved with sky-high expectations, fierce competition, and the unrelenting pressure of a sport that demands nothing less than perfection. But that's exactly what makes it so thrilling. Buckle up, because the Ferrari-Hamilton era is just getting started, and it's going to be a story for the ages. Let's face it, this is the beginning of a story that's destined to shake the very foundations of Formula One. Lewis Hamilton joining Ferrari isn't just another big transfer. It's a seismic event that will ripple across the sport for years to come. We're not just talking about a seven-time champion trying his luck in a red jumpsuit. No, this is Hamilton stepping into the lion's den, Ferrari placing all their chips on a driver who's known for rewriting the script, and an entire paddock on edge, waiting to see what comes next. And let's be honest, no one knows exactly how this will play out, which is precisely why it's so exhilarating. For Hamilton, this isn't just another chapter, it's the defining act of an already legendary career. At 40 years old, he's not here to make up the numbers or sell merchandise in scarlet. He's here for that elusive 8th World Championship, a shot at glory that would not only rewrite the record books but cement him as the undisputed greatest of all time. And if there's one team that matches Hamilton's larger-than-life ambition, it's Ferrari. The myth, the legacy, the weight of a name that's as synonymous with Formula One as the sport itself. But therein lies the challenge. Ferrari doesn't just hand out success. It demands blood, sweat, and an almost inhuman level of determination to thrive under the crushing pressure of the Tifosi's sky-high expectations. Ferrari's gamble on Hamilton, paired with the much-hyped Project 677, is nothing short of a declaration of war against the status quo. Red Bull's dominance has painted a target on their back, and Ferrari is taking aim with everything they've got. The car, the team, the resources, they're all being built around a singular mission, to finally topple the Red Bull empire. Project 677 isn't just a car, it's Ferrari's Excalibur, a machine designed with one purpose in mind, returning the Scuderia to its rightful place at the pinnacle of the sport. And who better to wield it than Hamilton, a driver who's turned good cars into great ones and great cars into unstoppable forces. But while the car may be Ferrari's Excalibur, the dynamics within the team could very well be its Achilles heel. Charles Leclerc is no pushover. He's a driver who's hungry, fiercely competitive, and laser-focused on proving himself as a future world champion. Sharing a garage with Hamilton might inspire him to push even harder, but it could also create friction that Ferrari must navigate carefully. The stakes couldn't be higher for team principal Fred Vasseur, who now has the unenviable task of managing two alpha competitors while ensuring that Ferrari doesn't implode under its own weight. If he can balance the egos and extract the best from both drivers, this pairing could be the stuff of legends. If not, well, let's just say Ferrari's history books have plenty of space for another cautionary tale. The Tifosi are ready. They've waited years, nearly decades, for a hero to deliver the championship they've longed for. And while Hamilton might not be the Ferrari savior they envisioned, his presence has injected the team and its fanbase with a renewed sense of belief. The pressure from the fans is already palpable, but Hamilton seems to thrive under those circumstances. In fact, it's that very pressure that fuels him, sharpens him, and pushes him to perform at a level few can even comprehend. If there's anyone who can shoulder the burden of Ferrari's legacy, it's Hamilton. But let's not forget what looms on the horizon. The 2026 regulation changes are a storm cloud hanging over every team in the paddock. While Ferrari is going all in on 2025, they can't afford to lose sight of the long game. The decisions they make now, the design philosophy of the Project 677, the resources allocated, the strategies employed, will echo far beyond next season. The challenge is as much about preparing for the future as it is about dominating the present. So where does this leave us? With more questions than answers, which is exactly where Formula One thrives. Can Hamilton bring Ferrari back to glory? Will Project 677 live up to the astronomical hype? Can Leclerc and Hamilton coexist, or are we on the brink of another iconic intra-team rivalry? The road to 2025 is paved with promise, pressure, and a hell of a lot of potential drama. One thing is certain. We are standing at the precipice of what could be one of the greatest eras in Formula One history. The Ferrari-Hamilton alliance isn't just about one team or one driver. It's about the entire sport, its evolution, and its future. Buckle up, because the ride is going to be wild, unpredictable, and utterly unforgettable. And if you're as hooked as we are, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single twist, turn, or overtake in this epic saga. The Ferrari-Hamilton partnership isn't just the story of the season. It's the story